Welcome to the Gamers Podcast, the podcast about, you guessed it, gaming. Let's start off with what games are good in my opinion. So let's start off with The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. I think that's just a good game just because of all of the music, how good with how good it was when it came out in 1998, I believe, which is just wow. It truly is a good game for its time. And like I said, it has amazing music. Story is pretty good. The dungeons are good. And everything else about it is just pretty good. Alright, so another game that I think is good is The Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask. It's a kind of dark game with how it is. It's just like dark, like the song of healing goes like the dun So yeah, that's how, like, one of the songs that you can play in the game with the ocarina. But like I said, it's a pretty dark game considering that the moon is about to crash onto you in 3 in-game days. But the dungeon is good, all the dungeons are good, the story is good. There's some pretty good side quests with it. Like there's really a long one that takes all of the in-game days. And yeah, the music is also pretty good. And dark when the areas are quote unquote trouble for that cycle, it's pretty good. But yeah, alright, let's move on to SMG 1 and 2. Super Mario Galaxy, or SMG, is a 2-game series that's on the Wii, and I should also, by the way, the Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask is on I believe the N64. But Super Mario Galaxy is on the Wii, and the first one is on the Switch too. But you technically can't get it since it was a limited time thing. I don't know why, but who knows? Just Nintendo being Nintendo. But yeah, the graphics are extremely good. The music is good. Just like overall gameplay is amazing. And I've actually speedrun it, but more on that later. But yeah, they truly are good games. The boss fights might be a bit repetitive after a bit, but they build on each other, so that's good. And the backgrounds are good too. Like one of the songs, Gusty Gardens Galaxy, you can hear it throughout like all of Nintendo's games after it came out, I think. So yeah, music is good and sometimes unavoidable. Next, let's do Grand Theft Auto 5. I've actually only had this game since December of last calendar year, so I haven't played it much, but I have gone through the story, and it truly is a good game. Sure, there's tons of swearing and that stuff, but still, good graphics for its time. The story is good. I might replay through it sometime soon, I don't know. But yeah, I like online too. Like, I don't know why, but Rockstar randomly gave me 1.8 million in-game dollars. I don't know why, but I'll take it. But yeah, the online systems are fine. Might be a bit grindy, but still, they're pretty good. And one of the newer ones are good too. But yeah, another one is Satisfactory. For that, I have more than 300 hours in that game, and that's actively playing it. But yeah, the factory must grow. It must grow. Sorry about that, but yeah, it must grow. Either way, the graphics are good. I haven't technically been in the game, but there's a small storyline, and I don't remember it too much, but it's still good, I guess. But yeah, it's complicated, like the game itself is. But if you're not an organized person, but yeah, you need to be an organized person to play that game, and I'm not. My factories are like you might think I'm Italian if you see my factory since they're all noodly. But yeah. And now it's time for the sponsors of today's podcast, the Game Pass. let you have any released game in all of history on just about any device. The first Legend of Zelda? Yep. Grand Theft GTA 5? Yep. GTA 6? No. It's not been released yet. You can have this for $69.69 per month. It's that high due to all the lawsuits we are getting. Yay! Disclaimer. This is probably not legal and we aren't sure why we aren't sponsoring them. All that we know is that they paid a pretty penny for this. And back to what we were talking about. Alright, so let's talk about why you should game. Overall, it's just a good passage of time and way to relax. Good way to relax. Like you can get good breath or get more intense depending on what you play, but overall, games are a good way to just like relax and play with friends and meet new people. But yeah, also apparently can help your hand-eye coordination depending on how you play, but yeah, there are some good effects depending on what game you play. And finally, let's talk about speedrunning. So like I said, I like to speedrun the Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. Those are good games to speedrun since they're a good couple of hours, so they take up a good amount of time. But overall, the reason why is that they're my childhood games and they're truly good. But yeah, lots of games have, good chunk of games have good crazy skips. Like, you can beat The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time about 5 or so minutes, which is crazy, right? And you can do Majora's Mask in about 20 or so minutes. Yeah, there's just lots of games with good skips. Like the Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. I think there's something called Super Swim where you can swim unreasonably fast. Like, how do you swim that fast, Link? I want to know. Tell me. Yeah, there's some speedrunning is a good pastime of time, and it can help you build up some pretty good skills. All right, so for speedrunning, I don't know much about GTA 5, but yeah, I think it's available on speedrun, but I don't know. I don't keep much of an eye on that, but that might be a good one maybe. But yeah. That is all, folks. Make sure to check back next week for absolutely nothing. This is a one-time episode, and if you see another one, that would be a big problem. So goodbye, and I hope not to see you again. Bye.